Hi Val, it's Val from Victory Stitches, and this is my new sewing place, which I have to try and get used to and work out the demographics of it all. If you follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, you'll know that we moved. It was a huge move and crazy move, but we moved from Milton, Ontario, which is right in the thick of the Greater Toronto Area, the GTA as it's known, to Hillsborough, New Brunswick in the Maritimes. Very different. We only had ever been here once before in the summer when we kind of did a tour looking for areas that we might want to move to, and we didn't even look here, but we did find a house here and we fell in love with it, so we flew down, saw it, great. And one of the cool things about it is it has a rundown ice cream shack outside, but what that rundown ice cream shack will eventually be is to be rebuilt into a quilting, stitching shop type thing. So we're right along Route 114, which comes out of Moncton and runs along the Bay of Fundy. And it's a beautiful tourist route. There's tons of stuff around here. This town is awesome. It has a train museum. It has a voodoo airplane. Yes, if you know me, I love airplanes. I'm so excited about that. I wish it wasn't fenced off because I would sit under there and knit like a crazy person. But the townsfolk are awesome, and everything is here. It's seriously amazing. So I had to start making some Christmas crafts because I have a bigger house and I don't have that many Christmas things. So I'm gonna make some bunting. So here, this is the bunting I made. I made one already, and we're gonna make another one. Cute, fun, super easy. Use up your stash. So I have Christmas trees and other Christmas trees from my stash. One's fussy cut, and both are directional, so you got to make sure you get your directions right. And I just used some ribbon along the top, and I used pinking shears to do it. So let's get going. Pinking shears, marking tool, fabric, ribbon, we're set. Okay, so template. Mine's just made out of template plastic, and I just made it the size that I kind of wanted this bunting to be. So fussy cutting. Fussy cutting is picking out parts of your fabric that you really, really like and you want to keep. So I'm going to turn the camera down and we will pick out a tree. There we go. Hopefully that works. All right, so we're going to pick out this tree here. We're just going to center him in there and just mark the lines. All right, that's all it has to be. Use your pinking shears. And cut along your line there. All right, tree. Now I've already cut a couple of trees, so that's that fabric done. Okay. And the next one I have is this guy here. And I did notice when I cut him that you can cut him in a nice big thing. So, you know, one triangle was here. The next one's going to go here. You want to make sure it's facing downwards. But I did notice it gave me this other triangle, which is quite cute. And I think I'm going to end up making that into a tree and put it on a mat. Because why waste scraps when you got some really cute scraps? So... okay, hopefully I can see those lines. That is a scrap, but it is so cute. So I'm going to make it into something because I don't like wasting scraps. My heater just came on, so hopefully it's not overly loud. We're not used to central heat, so it's kind of, it's actually really quite nice, but it's noisy. All right, so we have our trees. So let's lay our trees out in the order that we want them. So, hold that guy's upside down. Yes. All right. So here we go. So I'm going to do red and two of those. So red, tree, red, tree, red, tree, red. Voila. Okay. And we'll just stack them all up. And we're going to stitch. Now, I generally keep this on the roll while I go because you don't know how long it's going to be. Just make sure that you actually have enough. Always leave a little bit so that you can tack it to somewhere or loop it or whatever it is that you want to do. Okay? When you stitch, what you're going to do is just, let me start from the end, over here. So what you're going to do is just put your pennant right underneath the ribbon and you're just going to sew right along here. I usually try and sew just in from the top line about 1/4 inch or so. Okay? So, and I have to stand up to sew because I have a little dresser here full of shipping stuff. So I can't really sit and do things, so this will be fun. I'll move that up. There we go. Okay. And I found my little tiny singer. The amount of things that we've been finding. Okay. Moving is fun. You lose everything and then you find it all again. And either you go, why did I move with this junk? Or you're like, cool, look what I found. Okay. Alright. Which way are we going to do this here? I have to get in my head what I'm doing here. There we go. Okay. Leave your little bits, put it on top like that. Okay. Make sure if you're like, I've got red thread on top because you want to make sure that looks okay. Okay. There we go. Move that a bit closer. There we go. Okay, now I can sew. When you're almost at the end of a flag, add another one. You can leave as much space as you want. I don't want to leave too much space because then it just becomes really long and spaced out. So I leave about that much, just a tiny bit. Just enough that they can spread out on the window or whatever. There we go. And cut it off your roll. There we go. And cut your little ends off. Make it look pretty. And voila. Cute Christmas bunting. So easy, so much fun. There we go. Now I did have, move this up a little tiny bit. There we go. So I did have some extras that turned out to be really, really cute. See, these little guys, and they just look like little trees, and they just worked out so perfectly. And I didn't want to get rid of them, so I won't do it, but I will show you what I'm going to do. So I'll just take, one's the front, one's the back. I'm just gonna make a cute little something to stick the teapot on, or a candy dish on, or some Christmas little Santa on, or something like that. And because the edges are pinked, I'm not really going to finish them in any way. So there's one, and here's another one. And you can make a whole table runner like this. This one here is just going to be a cute little tiny mat. And I found some brown material, pinked it, and I'm just going to make some little stumps. And we'll just tuck them under like that. Isn't that cute? There you go. Pin all that down. Just trace the outside. You're done. this on top, do the outside, leave a turning gap. Once that's done, flip it inside out, give it a good iron, and do a bit of quilting on top, and you have a super cute, very easy mat with your scraps. So I hope you enjoyed that, and it was fun to show people how to do things again, or give you an idea anyways on maybe something you can do and be creative. And you can do bunting for any holiday or any occasion, or just because you have some pretty fabric that you want to put on a window. I can't wait to put bunting on my windows. I'm not sure how happy the husband's gonna be, but that's his problem and not mine. So anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas, and that's me from New Brunswick. It's weird saying that, but it's lovely.